Hi everyone, Kimberly Mackey here with New Home Solutions. Thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to talk about the registration process. Every business needs to know who its customers are and how they found out about them. Builders are no exception. However, I so often hear how difficult it is to get the registration information. One of the essential items I track for my builders each week is total traffic versus registrations. Traffic is a buying party who crosses your threshold or is physically seen by the salesperson. Now, each buying party could have an unlimited number of people with them, but if they only represent the purchase of one home, they only count as one traffic unit. Phone and web registrations are tracked, but they're labeled only as traffic once that meeting occurs. One way to look at it is the goal of the sales professional is to get an appointment with the phone or web lead. Once that lead shows up for the appointment, then they're counted as traffic. I believe we can all agree that it's the job of the sales professional to help everyone who comes to your sales center. But how that salesperson goes about helping them determines how successful the interaction will be. Let's look at a couple of scenarios so that you can judge for yourself. Which seems likely to create a better outcome? In scenario 1, salesperson says, "Hi, welcome to Bodacious Builders. My name is Sally Sales. Would you please fill out this guest registration card because my manager says I have to get one filled out for every person who comes in the sales center." In scenario 2, the salesperson says, "Hi, welcome to Comfortable Construction. My name is Alan Agent. What brings you out today? What kind of home are you looking for? How many square feet? How many bedrooms and baths? Great, I have a bunch of homes nearly completed and under construction. Let's go look at them to see if we have anything you like. Before we go, would you please fill out this registration form for me?" Hands the prospect a pen and a clipboard to fill it out. In scenario 3, the salesperson says, "Hi, welcome to Best Builders. Thanks for coming out today. I just made a fresh pot of coffee. Why don't you join me in the kitchen for a cup?" Once in the kitchen, after beverages are served, "Oh, I'm sorry, where are my manners? I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Patty Pro, and you are?" "It's nice to meet you, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect. Would you mind if I pull out my clipboard and take a few notes while we're talking? Now, how do you spell your first names? Tell me, are you folks from the area?" "No." "Oh, okay. Well, where do you call home?" "I see. And are you from there originally?" Plus a lot more rapport building questions and conversation before moving on to the discovery questions about the type of home they're looking for. If you said that scenario 3 would make far more sense, then you're right. Let's look why though. In scenario 1, Sally Sales started by asking the guest to fill out the registration form before she ever got to know them or anything about their wants and needs. We should make our guests feel at home by spending the time to get to know them before we ask them for anything, especially something as personal as the information requested on the registration form. Invite your guest into the kitchen. Offer them something to eat or drink and break the ice. Perhaps even sit down with them at the table to discover what's going on in their world to cause them to be in the market for a new home. You're trying to find out their why. Once you've established rapport, then you can move on to discover the what it is they would like in their new home. By this point, you should be able to fill out most of the form yourself. As you're wrapping up, go back to get specifics like street address, email, and phone numbers. Asking for the specifics might go something like this. "Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, I have really enjoyed meeting you today and learning about your vision for your new home. I know we're out of time today to look at those home sites, and you had a question about whether or not we could do the side-load garage on home site 46 or 48. It will take me a day or two to get the survey back to find out for you, so let's plan to get together on Thursday or Friday. Which is better for you?" "Friday it is then." "I have availability at 1 p.m. after my sales meeting or 4 p.m. "Oh, great. 1 p.m. will give us plenty of time to walk the home sites and mark out where your home will sit. So let's see, what is your sale number for me to follow up with you?" Great. "And the best email to send you information you wanted is?" Fabulous. Now, I know you said you lived over on Central Avenue, but what was that street number? And the zip code is? Do you see how natural that is? When we make it about what the prospect is about and what is more comfortable for them, it seems so much more natural and less forced. In scenario 2, Alan Agent is doing what we call product dumping and selling by process of elimination. He throws every floor plan available and every quick move-in home out on the table to see if something sticks. Alan doesn't try to get to know his prospects at all. He isn't making the process comfortable for them, but is simply hoping that if he shows them enough stuff, they will likely see something they like. Because he hasn't taken the time to build rapport, the prospect is understandably hesitant to give them their contact information. Here's a challenge for you. Try to spend at least 15 minutes with your guest before you allow the conversation to turn to product. Home style, bedroom, square feet, pricing, etc. Can you make it that long? What will you learn about them? In scenario number 3, Patty Pro treats her prospect as guest. She invites them in, offers them something to drink or eat. She takes the time to understand what it is that her guests are looking to accomplish. Patty notes on the registration form and uses its question as prompts to make sure she gets all the essential information. Understandably, Patty Pro gets far more completed registrations than her other colleagues. Of course, occasionally Patty still has that person who doesn't trust and won't give their information or who refuses to sit down with her. But Patty isn't discouraged and helps them as much as they will let her help them and writes down what she can. Your registration card or online registration tool is one of your most valuable tools in your toolkit. Make sure that it asks all the essential information needed to best serve your buyers. Here is the basic template that I use with my builders. Of course, for each builder, we tweak it for their particular situation, and we make sure that our CRM intake form matches it along with our website form that feeds right into our CRM. Sales managers, it is your job to review those registration forms weekly and to ensure that all the information is in the CRM. If you would like some help fine-tuning your registration process or would like a sample registration form, please feel free to reach out to me. I am happy to assist. Thank you and make it a great day.